Happy Sunday. Let me double check. It is Sunday. I feel like my days of the week have gotten so just lost these past couple of days, but that's fine. It's fine. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get a look into the forecast. We're talking about sunny skies for most of this week. It's going to be gorgeous conditions. Cloud cover will hang around for a couple of days, but starts to move out midweek. We'll see temperatures warm up from today's high. We're at 79 at the moment, and that was our predicted high for today. The expectation is that we'll get back into those mid and low end 80s around, honestly, starting tomorrow, but mid 80s for sure by Wednesday and Thursday. So I'll get you to your 10-day forecast in just a moment, but out the door, lots of us are going to continue to see beautiful sunshine for the rest of our afternoon, well into our evening, clear skies, and as the sun starts to set, even clear heading into our night as well. Temperatures will start to fall into those upper end 60s, closer to the 7 and 8 o'clock hours. And then by the time we get to 11 p.m., midnight, that's when we start to see some of those 50s settle in. And if you were out early today, it was a little brisk out the door around those mid 50s. So we'll keep that going low-wise in the mornings till around Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we start to get some of our lows back up to those low end 60s, but still good deal of breeze has been around as well. So our mornings have been a little more on the brisk side of things, but we're going to get back to our somewhat average at this time of year. We're usually in the mid to upper 80s by this point. There are a couple of days, I believe like the back half of this week, that our average is closer to 85, 84. So keep that in mind as you make your plans for this week. Nothing's really going to stand in the way of any plans that you may have from now into Friday, even Saturday. We'll continue to see a couple of clouds for some folks around tomorrow morning, but they start to dissipate and really just become every once in a while like sporadic cloud cover throughout the afternoon. Some folks could start the day though with some patchy fog. So it looks like that fog is going to settle in closer to the 2 and 3 a.m. hours, linger around till about 5 and 6. Some areas could see some fog well into the 7 o'clock hour as well. I believe I have a graphic in here to show that, but also, as I keep telling you, breezy sunshine to note as well. It's a decent breeze outside. It's not very strong, but it's enough to say that there's one there. It feels nice out the door. So here goes the fog I was telling you about. It starts to settle in early Monday morning, but we'll start to see some of that patchy fog hang around the 6 and 7 o'clock hours. So this is where we're seeing some of that fog. Now, I don't think Moulton may hit that 48. I feel like that's a little cold for tomorrow morning. I do think we'll be in some low end 50s across the board. Some folks will see 52, 53. I won't rule it out for Pulaski though. A lot of our Tennessee counties have been rather cool, dealing with the fact that they've had the heaviest amount of rain. That cold front basically parked over the state of Tennessee for a good while because they did have those storms dragging through. So we got kind of the back end of it that knocked us into some upper 50s for our mornings here, but we're getting back into those 80s. My Tennessee counties may be a struggle for you all to be in those mid and upper 70s for your Monday. So could be a 48 start for Pulaski, but you'll notice we start to see some cloud cover build in closer to the 9 o'clock hour. Slight breeze, there goes the word, slight breeze out there for the morning as well. So we do have the latest drought monitor run. These come in on Thursdays. But all of the data is collected up until Tuesday. And then the data for the previous week comes in that Tuesday. They take their time to reassess the dryness for each area. And by Thursday, we receive those updates. I believe it comes out at 7 a.m., maybe 8. But we receive it that morning. So this is what we're looking at currently. I would be interested to see what this past week of rain has done, and then to see what, like the Friday and everything, that we had some showers and storms Friday for those Tennessee counties that are moderately dry, but also Saturday, since we had that second passing through those counties, but the first passing through the Alabama areas. So it'll be interesting to see if that does anything at all, because it's been dry for a moment, which that's kind of normal for us at this time of year. I was talking to Jeff about it a little bit just to kind of gain some background and really understand. It's kind of normal that we're a little on the dry end around this time of year, but we did have some abnormally dry areas earlier in, I believe, May or June, he mentioned. But we've been doing pretty well with that. We're well on our track. It's just the way that they start to ring those things out for us. I updated this, and I don't think it's in the right spot. Weird. Anywho, we have some high and extreme chances with our pollen forecast. So my allergy folks, these should be bright orange and red. Keep that in mind. If you'll tune in at 5, hopefully it'll be the right one. That's so odd. But grass and ragweed, it's that time of year. It's just getting us all, isn't it? I'm constantly dealing with allergies and sinus issues and the like. So we'll see how rain chances eventually we'll change that. But since we have a dry week ahead, we're going to deal with some crazy pollen in the next couple of days. It's not good for my sinus at all. But getting into your 10-day forecast, so we're going to see those mid-80s by Wednesday. There'll be some cooler starts up until then as well. Seeing some upper 50s for the mornings. Patchy fog possible for Monday. We'll look into Tuesday and see if it's going to stay the same there with that fog chance. But lots of our communities will have a decent amount of cloud cover. Nothing to make it feel like it's gloomy outside, but it's just enough to hide the sun for about 10 minutes, maybe, if even. I'd say a good 5 probably. But we'll see those temperatures get back to around 87, 88, closer to the weekend. Sunshine all around by that point. Cloud cover does return around Saturday and Sunday, but seems as though it's not going to bring any rain chances with it. Just keeping those lows in the low in 60s and highs in the upper 80s. So it's going to be real nice, comfortable week ahead. I think we may see some 90s. Yes, there they are. 90s in the following week. There's some potential there. So we'll keep that in mind as we continue to check the forecast. Getting closer to some of those days, we should get back to those 90s. But we'll enjoy the fall-like weather while we have it. Tongue twisters or something today. Alliteration is crazy. But we'll see 90s soon. But as we start to deal with this week, thankfully it's going to be less rain chances for the week ahead. I love to see that. So, of course, if anything decides to shift, ebb, flow, change, we'll let you know. But tune in tonight at 5 and at 10. Keep in mind our 10 is going to be pushed back a little bit. It is NFL Sunday, so I am decently okay with today. Falcons came up short by 3 points. Real tough situation. But the Bengals won, and my Eagles kicked off the season with a win as well, so I'm good. But Alabama also won yesterday, so I'm feeling great, feeling fine. I just want them to keep that energy for the next couple of Saturdays. Please. That's all I ask. But anywho, hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope you start your work week off to a good start. I will be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 for your Weather Extra. So until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy your week ahead.